Frank Leboeuf with us to talk about France's 1-0 victory over Peru. How's it gone down in Paris, Frank?
Well, really like after the first game, the expectations were huge. We thought, after the first game, the stress will go out and they will really go into the World Cup and work their socks off. It started pretty well. The first half was pretty good with a very good Paul Pogba and an excellent N'Golo Kante in the midfield zone. We scored a nice goal. I think Olivier Giroud did exactly what we were expecting from him, being a very good target for everybody to turn around him. So it was great, and we scored a goal. Mbappe scored the goal. So we thought we were going into a great success, and second half, nothing, and in a way that suddenly I was so disappointed of seeing my national team being in its all the players being in the last 20 yards, trying to save the result, like, I don't know, Panama, or I don't know, another small team, and that's a team who think they can win the World Cup, maybe. We are so far away from there. We've been smashed by Peru in the second half, like they were the big team with all the history of football, and we were a very small team. So we have to react if we want to be better. We have to win against Denmark. We can't even think of just drawing or maybe putting the substitute or whatever. We have to win, because imagine we lose against Denmark, if we go through, but with 2 bad games, the 2 first games, and a loss. It's impossible to carry on like that. We have to do better, really have to do better.
So France are fine, obviously, top of the group, 2 wins. But this is a big deal, isn't it? You can't just shake your head and shrug your shoulders.
I sympathise with France or with Frank and how poor France have been. You expect more, especially after the disappointments of 2 years ago. Yes, given the talent that they have at their disposal, you expect a better performance. But all that being said, we've seen some very big names in this tournament put in some decidedly average performances. You take the 2 wins, you hope you learn from it, and you hope for a better performance.
That's certainly the glass is half full, isn't it? Because you take a look at it, you look at all that talent that is there. And OK, first game you maybe give them a pass, but the second half, as Frank said, you've got all of these multi-million-dollar footballers hanging on against Peru.
Well, Peru are decent, and strong, and quick, and powerful, and came out to calm the ball. But I hear you. The French, and rightly so, hold themselves to higher standards than the first 2 games. There's not a doubt about it. But from 60 minutes on, Peru just took the bull by the horns, and they pushed and they pushed, and they had a great strike against the woodwork. They had some chances, Larissa to make some saves. The disappointing thing, if France want to do that, and they should be good enough to suck Peru in with the pace that French team have got, and just hit them on the counter-attack and kill the game off. But they didn't even look as if they were bothered to do that. So 6 points, but pretty disappointing with the talent they've got at their disposal.
It just seems, once again, and this keeps coming up with France, 11 individuals.
Yeah, so if you compare it and contrast it with the situation in Argentina, well, you'll take it. You'll take the 6 points,
Of course.
not playing well, and you'll take that. But if you really evaluate France and you start looking at team performance and individual performances, you have to ask questions. When N'Golo Kante is your best player over your first 2 games, right? As good a player as he is, it can't be that your defensive midfielder is the guy that really has taken the leadership role and be the guy for your team. That also tells you that in the attacking half, not much at all. Antoine Griezmann, another game, and another one of those games that you just say, where were you?
Yeah.
Mbappe was better today than he was in the first game, and yet he wasn't able to take advantage of his athleticism and the speed that Craig is talking about on the counter. You're expecting more, but based upon what you're seeing from some of the other big teams, you're sitting there, your friends, you're like, you know what? We'll take our position.
We're waiting longer for Antoine Griezmann to get going than we were for him to make a statement about staying at Atletico Madrid pre this World Cup starting.
Will they get going? Will they gel?
I haven't seen anything in either the friendlies leading up to the World Cup or these 2 games to suggest yes. Yes, Griezmann's disappeared, but for me, their biggest problem's in the middle of the park. They don't have the balance between stopping teams getting at the back four. If there's a positive, then they've defended well pretty much. They haven't let much go. But apart from not defending well in the middle of the park, they're not giving the front three anything from the middle of the park either. They're not giving them any service. You take Mbappe out of this team right now, you've got nothing going forward.
Frank, how do you fix this? How do you make your boys better?
Well, there is one thing that I think about, for the past 2 days, where, Didier Deschamps decided that he will give the leadership in that team to Paul Pogba and Antoine Griezmann. He will fix all the players around them. But if those two don't give what they have to give as talented as they are, but give you an average performance, the whole squad has to be changed because it doesn't work with them. So it's complicated in a way that as long as Didier will decide to keep those players, and those players are average, you will have a problem with other players. So maybe because you put Lemar out, you didn't give him a chance, or because you put Tolisso after the first game out, and you still try for like the past 3 or 4 years, you try to give Pogba the leadership, you have a problem in the midfield. Paul Pogba was excellent for like 35 minutes, but it's not enough. I follow the Premier League with Manchester United, where Paul Pogba can be the best player on earth, and Manchester will win. But can be the worst player and Manchester will lose. So that's the problem with Paul Pogba when he talks and says he wants to be the Ballon d'Or, that he wants to have the key of the national team. Okay, but show us to me that you can do that. But so far it doesn't work. And when you have the wrong leader, I would say it's complicated to be performant. But that's what it is.